Hello everyone and welcome to Summer 1 term. I would like to start saying that I'm very excited that you will be taking your comprehensive exams in this term. This is a very important milestone that you all will be accomplishing, and we are here to support you. I have with me today Department Manager Victoria Martinez. We are recording this video because we would like to share a few modifications that were implemented by the Chicago School of Professional Psychology in terms of how the departments, not only the International Psychology Department, but all the departments in the institution, they do the proctoring system with the students that are taking their comprehensive examination. So we will be talking about that today, and we will be doing a demonstration so you can familiarize yourself with the system. We are also going to offer a meeting to students that would like to ask us questions about the new system. If you're not able to join this meeting, we can certainly meet with you in another day or in another time that it's more convenient for you. TCSPP new policy says that we can no longer utilize the services of ProctorU. So we are discontinuing the services of ProctorU as of Summer 1 term. And we were informed that the proctoring system that we can start using is Responda's lockdown browser. This system will be different from what you know, because the people that will be doing the proctoring will no longer be outside of the department. So with that said, we will have people in the department that are trained to do the proctoring with the new system lockdown browser. We will have different days and times during the window of the comprehensive examination. The comprehensive examination is offered Summer 1 during the window of May 14, which is a Friday, until May 28, which is also a Friday. Mrs. Martinez will send you a link, and this link will lead you to a website where there will be times and dates available for you to take the comprehensive exams. Each slot, each date and time will be able to accommodate 10 students. So this is like first come, first serve. We are going to show you how it works so you are able to familiarize yourself with the website that will be helping us to do the scheduling.
So in order to sign up for the exam time slots, we'll be using the service of Sign Up Genius. I will be sending you that link to sign up. When you go to the link, you will see here that you're signing up for the Summer 1 comprehensive exams. Please review the available slots below and click on the button to sign up. Remember to sign up for each exam you will take. You'll pick your day and time to sign up by checking the box. Hit submit and sign. You'll see your confirmation of what day and time you're signing up. This is where it is very important to put which exam you are signing up for that day. So let's say I'm needing to take research methods. I will put that in here. Make sure it only is one. You get one slot for one exam. Put your name. Please put your student email and sign up. You will get a confirmation via email of your exam time, and you'll also be reminded 2 days prior to the exam of your time slot. You are able to sign up for all of your days in here. So let's say I have 3 exams I'm taking. I'm signing up for this day and time, Saturday, this Saturday and time. When I hit submit and sign up, it will provide each one for me to input each exam that I'm taking. And sign up now to submit.
There will be multiple dates and times for you to take the comprehensive exams. We will be offering during the week and the weekend days during the window of May 14 until May 28. I know we are transitioning to a new system and we are here to support you. Our goal is to have you passing all the exams. You can shine, you can actually show the knowledge that you have been acquiring through all these years. So you can transition from being a student, a PhD student, into an IP candidate. All right, so with that said, we are now transitioning to the demonstration part of our video. And Victoria will be guiding us. And as we move forward, I will also be asking her questions that may be potential questions that you have when you are seeing this video. So we are now with you, Mrs. Martinez.
Thank you, Dr. Picana. Yes, welcome everyone. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. The goal, like Dr. Picana said, is that we want your test to run smoothly so that you can shine and pass the comprehensive exams. I'm gonna share my screen so I can show you how to walk through the exam from Canvas to downloading Lockdown Browser and accessing the exam through Lockdown Browser. When you're on Canvas and I'll go through from the dashboard.
Yeah, that's very helpful, Victoria. So all the students, when you turn on your computer, the first thing you will do on the day of the exam, you will be logging into Canvas.
As you go to your dashboard, you can see all your courses that you'd be taking. You'll see that your comprehensive exam course will be there. For me, for us testing this purpose, it is student learning assessment. And I'm now going to go back to our student view. When you go to the quizzes, there'll be a quiz section. For me, it's Respondus. For you, it's going to say quizzes. I'll click the exam that you would be taking. When you open the exam, you have your instructions of how much time you have your study guide. At this time, you will already be in the Zoom meeting with your proctor and be going through these steps with them. Viviani, do you have any questions here before I move forward?
I believe you covered all very well in this initial part. When you log into Canvas, and I believe we forgot to mention that you will receive a Zoom link, and you need to click on the Zoom link in order to be with your proctor. So the first thing you will do is you will receive the Zoom link, you click on the link on the day and the time that you included in the log, and you approve it. You were approved. So when you hear back from Mrs. Martinez saying you are approved to take the exam during, let's say, May 15 at 11 a.m. Central Time. So when you receive that email confirming from Mrs. Martinez, you, on that day, you will in advance receive a link. You will click on the link and you will be on a Zoom meeting like we are right now recording this demonstration. In the Zoom meeting, you will log it into Canvas. And when you log into Canvas, you will land on your desktop and you will click on the actual comprehensive exam course.
Once you are on the quiz, your comprehensive exam, you'll start by clicking Take the Quiz button.
And the term quiz may create some confusion. It's not a quiz. We already prepared you, and you probably saw in the workshops that the questions are essay questions. The term quiz, it's just because this is the term that Canvas provides to us, but it's not a quiz.
When you get to this page, your proctor will let you know what the access code is to your comprehensive exam. For this one, the proctor would tell me that it is test 2021, and this is hypothetical, so it will be different for the exams moving forward, but for this purpose is test 2021.
And of course, for each exam, for research methods, foundations in history, diversity, and ethics, you will need to type the codes that the proctor will inform for that specific exam. If you are planning to, if you are planning to take the diversity exam, you will need to tell the proctor, I need the code for the diversity exam. If you're planning to take the other ones, you are going to request the same information for the other ones.
This will bring you to the page where you will download Lockdown Browser. To do so, you would click on the hyperlink, and it will bring you to the page where you can install Lockdown Browser.
Mrs. Martinez, question.
Mm-hmm.
Do the students need to have a specific computer system to download Lockdown Browser?
Yes, there is some specifications that will send to each student to make sure that you have all the up-to-date system to use Lockdown Browser. So then at the bottom, you'll download it by clicking here, as you would any other application that you download to your computer. Hit yes. It'll begin to download. I already have Lockdown Browser on my computer. So for you, you will not see this. There will be next steps for you to add, and it will download. Once you have Lockdown Browser downloaded, you're going to exit out of your browser where you downloaded the Lockdown Browser.
The Lockdown Browser app was downloaded into her desktop, and there will be a shortcut. As you can see, she's waving the mouse for you to open the app.
When you open the app, it will give you instructions on what to do next, but I did want to make note, you might have seen that I have a virtual background that is part of my computer. When I go into Lockdown Browser, that virtual background will not be there. We will need to, part of proctoring exams, be able to see your exam setting to proctor the exam.
Very important information, Victoria. It's also important that you know that once you open Lockdown Browser, if you have any other documents, browsers, websites open, Lockdown will not allow you to have those open. So what I suggest you to do is, before the day and the time of the exam, turn off your computer, turn on your computer, go to the Zoom meeting for the proctoring section of your exam, open Canvas, and this way you don't have any apps open, unless your computer automatically launches some of the apps. If your computer automatically launches the apps, Lockdown Browser will tell you that you still have apps or other documents open, and everything needs to be closed before you start.
That is a very good point. Thank you, Dr. Pekana. And it will show you here what is open. So right now it is showing that I have Zoom open because we are using Zoom. It is okay to close that process because we have Zoom, an approved additional application to be open. So by closing that, it will not close down Zoom. You'll still be on camera for the proctoring of your exam. But for lockdown purposes, they do request to hit this button. At this time, I am in Lockdown Browser. I cannot click to add any other tabs here. I cannot see any of my applications. I cannot see Dr. Pekana as I'm doing my exam.
I can see Mrs. Martinez and I can see her screen. But as she mentioned, she cannot see me. So that means that you will not be able to see the proctor, but the proctor will be able to see you. The proctor will only be able to see your face. You will not be sharing your screen with the proctor. The proctor will only be able to see your face in the camera, and you will need to be in the camera the entire time during the time you are taking the exam.
From here, you'll sign in using your student email and password as you would into Canvas. This will look familiar because it does open up to your dashboard in Canvas and your comprehensive exam course. In the modules, you should only see the comprehensive exams as your options to click. You'll click on the exam that you will be taking during the time and day that you signed up for.
And you were approved.
And approved. Before I enter the exam, you'll see the instructions once again. You'll be able to open the study guide here. Actually, let me make sure, actually, you will not. So you'll be able to do it on the next screen.
Okay, so it's important for them to know that if they try to download the study guide in the first page with the instructions, they will receive an access denied. Don't panic. You will be able to do that in the next following page.
When you hit take the quiz, you will once again be given a start code. It will be the same start code as before.
You will need to enter 2 times the code for that exam. And like I mentioned, for each exam, the code is different.
I am now in my comprehensive exam. Things to find important on this page is 1, your time. It does show you how much time is left, and it is counting down. You'll have your instructions still displayed on top, and then you'll have your questions with the rubric. Here, as we said before, to not panic that the study guide was not accessible, because it will be accessible in the comprehensive exam itself. You will access it by clicking the hyperlink. Do not hit the arrow, and I will show you why. Because if you hit the arrow, it is not an approved web page, so it will not open up. But if you open it by the hyperlink, it will open the study guide within the exam. And it will also open the article associated to the exam within the exam.
If you have an article with the exam, this is again just hypothetical.
You'll also see your rubric. And then at the bottom, you will see where you will create your response, your essay response to the question.
The way you're going to respond, and let me make a pause and rewind just a little bit. So when you land on this page and you're going to see the instructions, you will be able to have a piece of paper in your desk and a pen, okay? You cannot have your cell phone out of reach, so the proctor will ask you to show your cell and that you're putting your cell phone out of reach. You can put like in another place, but not where you are actually taking the exam. You will be able to download in the screen the study guide. Please do not click on the arrow, click on the hyperlink. If you click on the arrow, you will have access denied. Read the question. After you read the question, read the rubric. Why I'm saying that? It's because the faculty will be using the rubric to grade the exam. Okay? So it's important that you follow this structure. If there is something on your mind that you are concerned of losing that information, go ahead and write in the piece of the paper that you have in your area of work. The amount of time that you will have for each exam it's still the same. It did not change. For the ethics, diversity, and history, and foundations in history, you will have 2 hours and a half to take the exam. So pay attention to the time in the right side of your screen. For the research methods exam, you will have 3 hours and a half. Okay, so this way you can monitor the time that you have remaining. You can take breaks to go to the bathroom. Of course you can. You will not be able to see the proctor, remember. So what you will need to do is, the proctor will be muting all of you, and if you need to go to use the bathroom, or if you have any other questions, you will need to wave for the proctor like this. The proctor will be monitoring, and the proctor will have access to your camera, to the cameras of all the students taking the exam in that specific moment. You will not see your peers. Nobody's going to see you, only the proctor. So you will wave, the proctor will unmute you, and you will be able to speak up. When you speak up, the entire class will be able to hear you. It's like if you are in a classroom, in an on-ground classroom taking an exam, and you wave to the proctor, and the proctor asks you to ask your question. So the other people in the room will be hearing you. And then you ask the question, you go to the bathroom, and you can come back. The proctor will mute you again. The reason why we need to do that is to make sure that there is no background noise, so you can take the exam in a peaceful environment.
When you are muted and unmuted, you will get a notification to be muted and unmuted. You have to grant them access. So if I were to wave and then get asked to be unmuted, I will be able to see that.
Well, after you read the question, you read the rubric, you make the notes that you wanted. If there is an article for you to read and you make notes, then you will start to write down your response. This is also something that will be different from ProctorU. In ProctorU, you were able to respond in a Word document. In Lockdown browser, you will not be able to open up Word. And the reason why it's because Word is not an app that has access to Lockdown browser. So your response will need to be typed as Mrs. Martinez is typed into the box for the response for that question. This is going to be like it's going to be similar to what you do when you are submitting your introductory post to the discussion forums. Okay, in your introductory post, when you you develop the introductory post, you will still include the in-text citation. Okay, you will be able, for instance, to go to the study guide, and if you can demonstrate that, Mrs. Martinez, I appreciate. So you can go to the study guide, you can copy and paste. Let's copy and paste Cash, Wickler, Saxena, yes, okay. So you will still be able to copy that reference, and you will be able to copy the reference and paste in the box. There is one catch. You will not be able to do the title page. You will still be able to provide an abstract following APA style. The indent is going to be complicated, so points will not be deducted because of that. You will not be required to do indents as you are responding. We understand that it is difficult to follow strictly APA style when you are responding in a box in Canvas. So of course, all of that will be taken into consideration in the grading, all right? We will be flexible in terms of APA style. We still need to see the organization. We still need to see your ideas transitioning well from one sentence to the other, and one paragraph to the other. We still would like to see the components of APA, like I said, you know, the abstract, but the title page will not be there the way usually it is. And the reference page will not be there the way it is, but you will be able to include the references at the end of your response, like you have been doing when you are developing your introductory post.
Next would be actually submitting the exam and exiting Lockdown Browser.
And as you can see, you will be able to submit the quiz clicking, or the essay, of course, clicking submit quiz.
This is your confirmation, essentially, that you've completed it. You see the time. It will show a 0 out of 100 for the time being, as grading will happen over the course of the term. At this point, you can now exit the comprehensive exam.
And how do they exit the comprehensive exam?
Hitting the exit button on top, as you would any website browser.
Okay.
It will ask you, are you sure to exit? So hit yes. I can now see everyone at this time. I am out of Lockdown Browser. That's a good way of telling that you have exited the exam, is when you can then see everything else on your computer screen.
So in the case that your computer crashes, or you have like a power outage, or your internet is not stable, and you are logged off Canvas, Zoom, and the Lockdown Browser, you will need to open up the Zoom proctoring again, and your proctor will be aware that things like that can happen, that technology not always work in our favor. So you will click again on the comprehensive exam course, and you will be clicking on take the quiz again, all right? So you don't need to be afraid, because you may be thinking that everything that you did was not saved, but that's not the case. Everything that you did until that point was saved in Canvas. So once you log in, this is the message you are going to receive: found auto saved content. And then you are going to see what you included in that response. You will need to go ahead and click yes. And once you click yes, you will go and scroll down, and the work that you did was saved in the box. If for any reason you're not able to resume working because the internet connection it's still unstable, because the power did not come back, don't panic. We will figure out, we will find another day and time for you to take the exam. Once you submit and you are out, you are going to wave again. And if you finish and submitted everything, you are going to do 2 thumbs up for the proctor. You don't need to say anything, and you can leave the Zoom proctoring session. Hope this demonstration session was helpful. Again, we are here to support you throughout the comprehensive exams. Please stay safe and stay with my virtual hugs. Bye-bye. Take good care. Thank you so much, Mrs. Martinez,